for somebody like me. I've been looking for somebody like you. Ooh. And oh, my heart is running out of time. I need you right here by my side, and I can be everything you want. 'Cause you can be, yeah, a submarine, yeah. We're going deep, yeah. We're going deep, yeah. I can see you underwater, holding on to me, and I won't let go. Taking back the pieces of the love we know, and we will grow. 'Cause I can be, yeah. Your submarine, yeah. We going deep, yeah. We going deep, yeah.
Alright, on the JONWAY GTO, the draining hole is this guy. You see this? I've never seen something like this before. So this is that one right here. Alright, I try to remove this, it doesn't drain it. And that doesn't drain it. This has a rubber washer. So I'm guessing every time, if it either leaks or every time I do the coolant change, I'm gonna have to change the rubber seal. Alright.
Let's try to get to the coolant, right? That's your reservoir. This is your radiator. It's your reservoir, this is your radiator.
And this is the inline twin engine. Right? And look at this. See here, that's how you adjust your idle for your fuel injection. So yeah, my goal is to try and bleed it. And also, I can see some wiring disconnected over there. See that? Must be the light. Yeah, I gotta connect it somehow.
Yeah. There it is.
So the best thing I have is like this. It should work like that.
Now this bike has an auto off
Kind of switch. You see that thing right here? So when the kickstand is on,
it's not gonna start. So the way this bike is bad is simple. You just have to put the coolant in there, you top it all the way off, you rock it back and forth. You're gonna see bubbles, until everything flushed down, and you cover back. So now that the bike has had its coolant, this is the key for this bike, right? Now, this is fuel injected, meaning that it needs to be on neutral for it to start. I got here a coal gun, so I should show you that the bike hasn't ran since I last put it together. All right, it's 45. Look at this one. This bike was running. This guy was running 47. Yeah, 47. 46, 45. So this hasn't run all day. All right, here we go. Who the hell touches my signal, yo? So was draining my battery on purpose. So now the bike is running. Check the engine's temperature. Instead of 46 is 55. That slowly increasing. You get the idea. So you can see this hasn't ran at all. Has to be on neutral so it could start. Now when I had mine over there it says 5 year, so I didn't know. There were too many numbers, I couldn't focus. And as soon as I press the clutch, it starts. So I had to downshift. There were no problem, it's just that the way they set this up. Over there, you might have clear with it. So it triggers the sensor, not Mach 5, but the gears would never change. And it wouldn't start, so I had to press the clutch, and when I hear it start, and I start looking at the dash a little bit more, then I see 5 here. And I press this down with my foot, about 5 times, it goes on neutral. Now, since you boys, paint girls, love to see an engine rev, that's the GTO sound. We'll try and get the whole bike. Oh, I'm on the way. Like that. That's right. Check the cold gun again. 80. That's all right. Remember to go. I already checked everything once I put the coolant in there. This is what a coolant is. Here is just pressure. So that means the coolant is there. Now, gotta warm up the bike and change the oil. Okay, that's about it for that oil drain.
So this is how much I took out from the engine. About 3 liters of oil. This is how much I put in there. I barely made it, man.
Okay. This is the plug the factory sent. 07 HSA. This is for 150 cc's. That's the plug is supposed to have 08E. See that? Not only that, I believe it was torquing properly. Alright, before I actually ride this bike, there is something I want to show you. You see this? You can look at here. You can look at this one. way of setting my clutch is to have no play here, only a quarter. This is a little bit big from the last time I set it, so I'm gonna have to readjust it. But it should be around here somewhere. Right? I'm gonna do that next. Okay. Achieve perfection. You see this? That's a loose clutch. That's what I want. So I'm gonna move this and then check the gap. Move it until the gap is about a quarter. Like the quarter, 25 cents a quarter. Get it? So you see, look. Slight movement with my thumb. See this? That's what I want to see. It's a perfect clutch. See it? 33 psi cold. This bike has been sitting in the warehouse for at least a year. It's a 2019. And this one is also 33 psi cold. Now here's the best thing about me putting air on my tire. You see this? That tells me my tire is still in good shape. I got one in the back somewhere here. You see this here? This is my tire gun. This is my tire gun, right? I turn it on. The tire is 22 psi, 22.5. It's 33, I put it at 34, give it 35. This is my gun. Watch my hand. Finished. I mean, it's finished. To quickly do this. And that's it. Now, I'm gonna replace it with one of these. And all said and done, this is how it is. When you
take it out the first time, this is how it is. As you put it in, it starts being yellow and then green. See? So you see that the tire was 22. I have to do the same thing for the front one. Now I have a good tire.
All right. The last thing you need to do is retighten all your bolts.
You see here, all the factory is in amateur. You'll see a hex somewhere here. You see that? They couldn't reach over there, so they put this loose. I guess they were using a cheap Allen wrench. So I had to use a 6-inch extension with a socket, Allen socket, and get there and tighten it. And at the bottom here, you got metal. You need to put Loctite in. All right. So
the head had to be revised.
I changed the light to LED HID. All my bikes has it. All right. This, since I was tampering with it, I had to put Loctite in there. This doesn't need Loctite. What else? The shifter. All of my bikes has some kind of shifting problem. So what I tighten here and I tighten here. Now this thing right here, the Lifan one had it tightened. This one came loose. So I had to tighten that, and I had to tighten that. Now I remove this. This is metal on metal. I remove it, I put Loctite in it, I tighten it. Then you have, on the American Lifan, I had one on my screw that fell out. So on this one, when I checked it, all of these bolts, all of these nuts, they were loose. So I had to put Loctite in them and retighten them. You got two here, you got two on the opposite side. Right? Now that clutch, remember I told you how to set it? Well, as the engine gets hot,
You're still gonna have to apply the same setting. Right? Right now it's hard. So this is the clutch when the engine is hot. It'll still work the same way. It's just that my way is that you set it at 0, and as the engine gets hot, the maximum heat temperature will tell you when your clutch is good. It'll still be the same space here once the engine reaches operating temperature, and it will still release right about here somewhere. All right. So tighten your bolts, change the LED HID, and then the chain.
that's the next work to be done. You see the factory put grease in there. I was riding it today and that picks up dust. All the breeze and everything, it picks it up. So that has to be re-greased to properly to motorcycle greases. You've seen one of my videos, so yeah, I'm gonna have to do it for that one.